In the small, tight-knit town of Wyndham, no one could remember a time when Sally and Rebecca weren't inseparable. Their friendship was the stuff of legends, born of shared secrets, countless sleepovers, and a mutual love of all things eerie and unsettling. Their obsession with horror stories was well known. The darker and more twisted, the better. One day, a mysterious and seemingly abandoned house appeared at the end of their quiet street. Intrigued, Sally and Rebecca made plans to investigate it, ignoring the hesitant warnings from the town elders. The night was dark and ominous as they approached the forsaken house. Shadows danced on the peeling paintwork, adding to the house's eerie charm. Inside, it was quiet. Too quiet. The girls, armed only with their flashlights, began to explore. As they went deeper into the house, things started to feel off. The air grew colder, their lights flickered, and soft whispers echoed around them. Still, their adventurous spirits pushed them forward, not yet ready to back down. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream ripped through the house, echoing from the upper floors. It was a woman's voice, full of terror and desperation. Sally and Rebecca rushed up the rickety stairs, only to be met with a chilling scene. In a decrepit room, a ghostly woman stood, bound in chains, screaming for release. In a daring act, Rebecca decided to help. She stepped forward and reached for the chains, but as her hand touched them, a surge of energy coursed through her, making her scream out. She collapsed, unconscious. Sally, terrified, tried to drag Rebecca out of the house, but before she could reach the door, a spine-chilling laugh filled the air. The woman's ethereal figure morphed into a grotesque form, cackling with a perverse joy. She revealed that Rebecca's body was now her vessel, her escape route from the eternal torment of the house. Desperate, Sally ran out of the house, leaving her best friend behind. She spent the night outside, racked with guilt and fear, waiting for daylight. In the morning, the house was gone. In its place, Rebecca stood, dazed and confused. Sally rushed to her, relief washing over her. But Rebecca seemed different. Her eyes held a spark of malice, and her voice was unnaturally cold. It was then Sally realized the horrifying truth. Rebecca was no longer Rebecca. The entity from the house was inside her best friend, using her body as a disguise to roam freely among the living. The twist was that Rebecca was now the horror story they both had always been obsessed with. The very tale of terror they sought was not in some ghostly house, but within Rebecca herself. Sally was left with the unbearable guilt of her choice and the constant fear of her best friend, forever stuck in a real-life horror story that had no end.